The year was 79 AD. A summer day like any other. Or so it seemed to many. High above, a mountain watched. Vesuvius, a name of peace. But peace was a fragile thing. Deep below, the earth was stirring. A colossal power was awakening. Ready to change the world. Then, a tremendous sound. A roar that shook the ground. The mountain's peak exploded. A column of ash and rock soared miles into the blue sky. Darkness fell at midday. The sun vanished from sight. Terror gripped every heart. Nature's fury was unleashed. Pumice stones began to rain. Hot ash choked the air. Buildings started to collapse. The sea itself recoiled, pulled back from the shore, then surged with mighty waves. There was nowhere safe to run. A nightmare had become real. An ancient catastrophe unfolded. This was not just a storm. It was a geological titan. Vesuvius, the sleeping giant, had awakened with great rage. Its power was unimaginable, transforming landscapes in hours and erasing cities from memory. A stark reminder from Earth of its immense raw power. Near Vesuvius lay Herculaneum, a small, wealthy coastal town, villas adorned with art. Gardens bloomed by the sea, its people loved luxury. They enjoyed life's pleasures. They felt secure, prosperous, protected by their gods. They knew no impending doom. But Vesuvius showed no mercy. Herculaneum faced a different fate. Not slow burial by ash, like its neighbor Pompeii. Instead, a faster, hotter end, pyroclastic surges. Rivers of superheated gas and volcanic debris raced down the slopes. These flows moved like avalanches but made of fire and death. Temperatures reached 500 Celsius. Hot enough to boil blood, to vaporize soft tissue instantly. Everything in their path was incinerated or buried, a swift, brutal annihilation. The town vanished in moments, swallowed by the fiery tide. Its vibrant streets silenced, its beautiful homes entombed, preserved yet destroyed under layers of volcanic rock, waiting for centuries to tell its tragic story. A snapshot of Roman life. Among the chaos, a young man, perhaps around 20 years old, we don't know his name, but his story is lost to time, but his remains tell a tale. He was in Herculaneum when the volcano awoke. He faced an impossible choice, to flee or to hide. He chose to seek shelter inside a stone building, the Collegium Augustaleum, a place of worship for the cult of Emperor Augustus. He lay down on a wooden bed, hoping the stone walls would shield him from the horror. A final desperate hope. The pyroclastic surge arrived, a wave of intense heat. It swept through Herculaneum, through the Collegium's walls. The wooden bed offered no safety. The stone building no escape. The heat was overwhelming. His body was instantly baked. A tragic end for him. He died there, on his bed. A victim of Vesuvius's might. One of many souls lost in that terrible disaster. His story could have ended there, just another skeleton found. But something extraordinary happened to a part of him, to his very brain. The alchemy of disaster brain to glass. The intense heat did its work. His flesh and organs vaporized. But his skull contained his brain. The searing heat reached it. Not hot enough to destroy it, but hot enough to transform it. A process called vitrification. Turning tissue into glass, a rare natural miracle. Imagine making hard candy. You heat sugar until it melts. Then cool it very quickly. It doesn't form crystals. It becomes a smooth glass. or a blacksmith with steel, heating metal red hot, then plunging it into water. This rapid cooling is key. For the young man's brain, the heat was incredibly high, around 520 degrees Celsius. Then, a rapid drop in temperature. This unique combination occurred. The intense heat liquefied the brain's fats and proteins. The quick cooling solidified them into a black, glassy material. This was not burning. It was a molecular change. The very structure preserved, but in a new, glassy form. His brain, once soft and living, became a fragile, dark shard, encased within his skull. A testament to extreme conditions, nature's strange alchemy. A glimmer in the ruins, the 2020 revelation. Archaeologists found his skeleton many decades ago, in the 1960s. Lying on that wooden bed. A victim among many others. Inside his fractured skull they saw some dark material, shiny like obsidian perhaps, but its true nature unknown. For years it remained a puzzle. Then in 2020 a breakthrough. Forensic anthropologist Pier Paolo Patrone and his dedicated research team studied this strange material. They used powerful microscopes and advanced chemical analysis. They looked for biological clues hidden within the glassy fragments. What secrets did it hold? Their findings were astonishing. They found proteins. Specifically proteins from human brain. And fatty acids from hair, still preserved after centuries. Trapped within the vitrified mass, the evidence was clear. This was not just volcanic glass. It was the man's brain. The intense heat, then rapid cooling had perfectly vitrified brain tissue. A scientific confirmation of an almost unbelievable event. The news amazed the world. A 2,000-year-old brain turned to glass by a volcano. A direct look into the past through a fragile dark mirror. A brain unlike any other ancient mind. Ancient brains have been found but usually preserved differently. Some are saponified, turned into a soap-like substance in wet, airless environments. Others are found in mummies, desiccated, dried out slowly. Like brains from Egyptian tombs or Incan ice mummies. These methods preserve tissue, but vitrification is unique. It requires extreme sudden heat followed by very fast cooling. These conditions are incredibly rare, almost impossible in nature. Vesuvius provided this inferno, and the subsequent ash fall may have aided rapid cooling. The Herculaneum brain is special. It's not just the shape or a mineral cast. It is actual brain material transformed at a cellular level. Scientists even found neurons, nerve cells, perfectly preserved. Their delicate structures intact within the glassy matrix. No other ancient brain shows this kind of preservation. This level of detail at such a microscopic scale, it's like a snapshot of neural tissue from antiquity, frozen in glass by fire. A window into a Roman mind uniquely captured by disaster. Echoes from a glass mind's significance for today. This glass brain is remarkable. More than just a curiosity. It teaches us about extremes. How biological tissues react to immense heat and pressure. Information vital for forensics and understanding disaster impacts. Could we replicate vitrification to preserve organs today? For history, its value is immense. A direct, tangible link to an individual from 79 AD. A young man caught in terror. His final moments preserved in such an unexpected way. It makes the past personal, more real, more human. Beyond texts and ruins. This discovery connects us across 2 millennia of time to the Roman world. to the awesome power of nature, and the fragility of our lives. It reminds us that Vesuvius and other forces like it are still part of our world. We live on a dynamic planet. The glass brain of Herculaneum, a miracle of preservation, born from utter destruction. It sparks our cosmic curiosity, our unending quest to know, to understand our universe and our small place within it, a fragile echo from the past, guiding future exploration.